And then the mask stuff is cool, actually. I mean, that's the mask stuff should have been a thing for a while, out of all honesty. And then it's like, but the thing is though, it does make cop baiting a lot easier for people to do.
Yeah.
Because you can just put a mask on and then just walk around and then say no, and then you get like a chase.
Okay, what?
Yeah, and let's not pretend that a lot of people don't cop bait. You know, a lot of people do cop bait.
I guess some people probably do cop bait, but I do not.
Warlock, thanks for the 26 months.
Want to go around wearing a mask just to purposely get chased.
You know, so I mean,
honestly, I hate getting chased for useless shit. You guys see them. Like, when I want to get chased, I want it to be for something big, a lot on the line.
That's like the only issue is that
we'll
I
fuck
feel
around
like
here and there,
the
but
mask thing will be ruined by kind of people like escalating it to something. It's like, just don't wear a fucking mask when you're not doing crime. You know? Or like, I don't know, I would even respect it if people were wearing masks and then like hunching over in vehicles.
I think he's wrong on this one. I mean, from what we've seen already, this is I don't agree with this take. He's afraid criminals are going to take advantage of it by wearing masks to bait cops. But that's bullshit though, because cops are not required. It's not illegal to wear a mask. Cops are not required to stop you and arrest you if you wear a mask. They just have the ability to stop and frisk you if you're wearing a mask. That doesn't mean they have to. So if there's no crime going on, if someone has a mask on, they have no reason to just stop and frisk that person unless they're just looking for like easy arrests. So this take, I feel like, is just kind of off because it's not illegal to wear a mask. They just made it so you have the ability to stop and frisk someone if you so please. So if you get a call of a robbery in the area and you see someone walking around with a mask, but you didn't see them come out of the thing that was robbed, you can be like, all right, well, we have the reason to stop and frisk this guy because he has a mask on, and then maybe they could find the stolen goods. But it's not illegal to wear a mask. So cop baiting won't even be a thing. If you see someone that's just walking around with a mask, doesn't seem to be doing anything illegal or anything like that, let the person be. But they're taking this legislation as, oh, if they're wearing a mask, that's illegal. Let's stop them. Let's frisk them, all this stuff. And that's what they do with legislation. They read it and they follow it like, okay, they get upset that people treat them like robots. And I'm not trying to diss them here. I'm just giving my opinion. But when legislation come out, they follow it as if it's programmed in them like a robot. It's like, you have the ability to stop and frisk them if you so please, if you think there's a reason that they may have been involved with a crime. But if you see someone just going around with a mask and they're just like walking by the apartments,
I have no repair kit, so I'm just standing here for a while.
you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I'm coming.
let them walk. You don't have to stop them. There's nothing that can be baited because it's not illegal. It's just you have the power to do something or not. Just because the legislation is passed doesn't mean you have to do that every time you see someone with a mask. So I think it's a complete opposite of what he's saying. I think cops will take advantage of it and just go ham on everybody when they see a mask. My thoughts. I mean,
I think the barrier stuff, people need to be aware of how to, like, just do it, and everything should be fine. Like, it might have to take a few fucking suspensions or firings in order for the PD to get the point, but I think that the barrier stuff could potentially be cool.
I'm good. I'm just I'm annoyed.
I agree too. It could be really good shit, and like it's like, to be real, the clip of snow where they set up the barriers on that block, I think that's, I don't know what the scenario happened, but let's say there was a shootout that went on for a bit and then that was the end and they're just blocking off a nice area so they can get their stuff done. They didn't have the whole Legion Square from side to side blocked off. They just had that one little section, which I think is good. I don't know about them shooting the guy outside the barrier and freaking out on him, but I'm just talking about the area set up like it's good. It gives cops a kind of a safe point or whatever. But the other day they were setting it up on like 5 blocks worth of area, all like there was about like 25 different barriers down, and then they were just throwing them up for every situation that occurred, and I'm pretty sure that's not how they're supposed to be used from what I was told.
I mean, it's really there as all right. So here's the thing. This is the way I see the barriers as. There's a problem with when there's an active scene, people not fucking off and kind of like going through and like being dumb fucks.
Yeah, it is a
And
problem.
it's kind of like there to kind of mitigate that, so people know they'll be shot and arrested for it and patted down and stuff. The gang gates, that's pretty funny, but I know why they do that, because too many gangs will run into their compounds and close their gates. But I honestly didn't hate that much. Like, I would find it, like, annoying, but as long as you don't do it all the time, I'm fine. I was fine with it. Like, you know, like, a bunch, like, people doing crime and going behind their
Kyle's not a bad person, and Kyle's not dumb. Kyle will, you know, like, poke the bear and stir the pot, like we saw in the clips earlier, where he's like... like, his opinion here on the barriers are different than what he was doing on Pred at the meeting, pretty much. Because he's role-playing, but, like, you know, that can lead to shit, like, getting kind of screwed, I guess, but...
Compound is kind of, you know, that's a little...
Yeah, I honestly... I don't give a fuck about the barriers, to be honest. Like, the new, not the barriers. I don't give a fuck about the, gates. I didn't really give a fuck that they were changed, to be honest. Like, okay. I don't really care.
Yeah, you just can't do that kind of shit all the time. Look, we can find happy medians on shit as long as people just try. That's all it takes, is just a little fucking effort. Alright, not everything's gonna be perfect or optimal the way that people want things to be. But, you know, just fucking, just try it. Because I actually think these changes could be pretty, maybe helpful. I think that there's gonna be, you can't really have anything without breaking a few eggs. You know?
Honestly, you know, I'm kind of with Kyle on this. Like, I think the barriers can be good. I hope people just don't go too crazy with them. Same thing with the mask, you know what I mean? I hope, like, they're used reasonably and it's not constantly, all right, situation barriers. This, you know what I mean? Like, use them how they're supposed to be used, and obviously people are gonna misuse them, like you said, and suspensions will probably, you know, all that stuff. That's why, chat, like, we can rant about this shit all day, but this is how shit always is when shit first gets added. It's always kind of rocky, messy. There's usually issues, and then over time those issues get worked out, and everything works out in the end. So,
I mean, I know that I don't like it when I'm in an active situation and people are kind of like, you know, not fucking off. You know? That's why, Juggernaut, I can't remember if I said anything or not, but thanks for the 29 months, man. I think that, like...
But also, I think that's just part of the job. Like, you're a cop. If that person's not fucking off, tase them, whatever you gotta do, arrest them, detain them. I think that's just part of the job. I don't think the answer should be, you know, quote unquote, setting up kill zones, as we say, when we're just kind of trolling the whole thing. But I don't think the answer is just shooting people. That's kind of just part of the job. I mean, some people are fucking annoying.
It's kind of, like, weird from an in-character perspective.
And I will give this. You guys know, I've never been a fan of, like, when one of the boys is caught, right, and there's, like, 10 cops around him. I've never been a fan of running up and doing the uncuffing thing. Yeah, I've done it from time to time, but I've always, it's just, I don't know. I've never been too much of a fan of that, so I do get that part, too.
Like, it's like, the meta is so, like, everyone's so fucking stupid that you need that kind of shit.
Yeah, but people are stupid on both sides. That's the problem. So people are stupid to the point where they need the barriers to kind of block off a zone and kind of prevent that. But then people are stupid on the other side, using it as, okay, barriers, kill. You know. But yeah, you know, I would say a pretty healthy take from Kyle. I agree. It feels awkward uncuffing people in front of. Yeah, I've never been a fan of it. Only if it's like for something really severe, but if it's like for petty shit, like I've never been a fan of it. If it's like a big meth run, I can understand that because that person's probably gonna get fucked and might as well just put it all on the line. But you know, if it's just like a stolen car or some shit, and then the guy's surrounded by 10 people, maybe take the L. You guys, I always say that. I'm like, yo, boys, we just gotta take the L on this one. Sometimes they want to just go.